Go live yet? Go live, okay. So good morning, everyone. We'll begin with the reflections on universal well-being. May I abide in well-being, in freedom from affliction, in freedom from hostility, in freedom from ill will, in freedom from anxiety, and may I maintain well-being in myself. May everyone abide in well-being, in freedom from hostility, in freedom from ill will, in freedom from anxiety, and may they maintain well-being in themselves. May all beings released from all suffering, and may they not be parted from the good fortune they have attained. When they act upon intention, all beings are the owners of their action and inherit its results. Their future is born from such action, companion to such action, and results will be their home. All actions with intention, be they skillful or harmful, of such acts there will be the heirs. So good morning. Today I wanted to share one of the ongoing conversations we've been having at the monastery, talking about the differences between Eastern and Western culture. What we noticed was sometimes there can be tensions in the community because people see things in different ways. And as a group, we watched this video about, you say, the differences between Eastern culture and Western culture. And in this video, I think put on by a Korean television station, they had some very interesting experiments that they showed, and the responses from those in Asia, such as Japan, China, Korea, versus Americans and Europeans. And so one of them was a picture of a man, which is a cartoon of a man standing in front, and maybe 4 or 5 people behind him. The man's there smiling. And in the first picture, everybody's smiling. So they show this picture to, say people in Asia or people in America, and they ask the question, is this person in front happy? So everyone says yes. I look at him, yeah, looks pretty happy, smiling, bright eyes. Second picture, the man in front, identical, smiling, but everybody standing behind him is frowning. And they asked the identical question to those in Asia and those in the West, saying, is this person in front happy? Interesting enough, people in the West mostly said, yeah, this person's happy. Is there a real difference in the picture? It looks pretty much the same. He looks pretty happy. When in Asia, Asians look at it and go, no, I don't think he's happy. And they explained, so because everyone behind him is frowning, how can he be happy? And it's like interesting, right? And what was fun was because as a group we were watching this video, and Jin-Chuan Shi says, "What? Yeah, he's happy." What are you talking about? He's happy. Look, he's asking about the guy in front. And those of us from maybe an Asian background were saying, "What? No, he's definitely not happy." And I can see myself, I'm like 50-50, part of me Asian, part of me Western, having grown up as an ABC here in America. And this is actually, you could say, kind of fun, but actually, as we reflect, it has some pretty profound implications. And it described how, for those growing up in America or the West, oftentimes the focus is on the object. So they track kind of somebody following an image of a tiger on a movie. And the Westerners would look directly at the tiger and just follow what the tiger is doing. Whilst they watched Asians, so there's a lot more eye movement. They look at the tiger and they look at the environment. Look at the tiger, look at the environment. And there's a kind of a looking at the holistic space. And they even do brain scans and see different parts of the brain light up for the exact same experience that they're looking at a painting, looking at a video. So at a real level, for somebody having grown up in Asia, what we look at is the context, the bigger picture. And somebody like myself grew up in the West, oftentimes you're looking at the specific individual, the specific object. And then this has implications in how we communicate. So in the mornings, we do a check-in. We ask, how are you feeling? For Westerners, no problem, I'm feeling pretty good, a little relaxed, happy. Well, I might be having a difficulty with some relationship with somebody, and so I'm a little bit afflicted, but generally okay. Talk to a Chinese person, I'm not sure how I'm supposed to respond given this context. I need to really think about this. What's really appropriate here to say? And conflict, how to resolve conflict. In the West, you go directly to the person. When you do X, Y, and Z, it really makes me unhappy. Could you change? Chinese person would not say that. Maybe ask this person to the side, that person to the side. What do you think is going on? Maybe, do you think I should do this maybe differently? Right? It's indirect, usually. We don't kind of try to address the issue directly because that's a little bit too confrontational. Now, of course, these are generalizations. And in Asia, there's people who are very direct. And in the West, there's people who are indirect and pay more attention to the context. But just to say, as an overall cultural phenomenon, there's this kind of difference. So over these last few weeks, I've been kind of reflecting, so what's the Dharma principle here? How does the Dharma apply to this, you could say, what could seem like a chasm that could lead to a lot of conflict? Because we communicate differently, we look at things differently, we have different values and expectations. And just recently, I was listening to a talk by Ajahn Sona on meditation, actually mindfulness of the body. But as he was introducing this topic, he said in the suttas, the Buddha often talks about developing sati sampajanya. Sati, he says, is often considered mindfulness, the ability to stay focused and aware of an object in the appropriate way. And sampajanya, he translates as panoramic awareness. And how he explains it is, if you just imagine like a bird needs to be able to focus down on the ground and see what could be food to then go in and get the food. While at the same time, this bird has a panoramic awareness of what's around him so that he doesn't become food. And he says animals have this ability to be able to focus oftentimes what I need to eat and its awareness around them. What do I need to do to stay safe? And as humans, we have this ability as well. The ability to focus and the ability aware of what's around us. And so he said the Buddha talk about sati sampajanya, often translated as mindfulness and clear comprehension. Or he likes to use panoramic awareness. And I thought, oh, interesting. So the Buddha actually pointed to both qualities, both, you could say, skills that we have in this human consciousness, this consciousness, that we can actually develop both this ability to focus on an object as well as being aware of our surroundings. And so it's not an either or, it's a both and. And it's not just a both and in the sense of, okay, we just develop mindfulness and what's going on around us in order to get food to eat or not get killed, not get eaten, but to actually use it skillfully for liberation, for true well-being and happiness, and the Bodhisattva path for the well-being of all. So this mindfulness and this clear comprehension, this panoramic awareness, is used in the service of the Dharma. And then he describes how that happens. Right? Mindfulness is developed as part of the Eightfold Path. So it's called Sammasati, not just sati, Sammasati, where we attend to what's going on as it actually is, rather than projecting onto it. So let's say, for instance, food, right? Food, we can actually attend to it in what way? I like it or not. Does it make me, feel, kind of fun, pleasurable, enjoyable? Or does it make me like I'm going to be really, eat a lot, so I'm going to be very, very strong and I'm going to be really, really healthy and kind of look really good? The Buddha's teaching is actually not that. He actually has the monks reflect. I eat alms food, not for fun, not for pleasure, not for fattening, not for gratification, I think. Beautification, not eating it to look attractive, right? But only in order to maintain this body, to keep it healthy, to cultivate this spiritual life, this cultivation path. So that's how we attend to food. And so, I won't have the time right now, but he also talks about panoramic awareness, where we are able to attend to the object, but then make sure that whatever we're focused on is also in alignment with the deeper goal, the deeper purpose of the practice. And here's, I think, why maybe our vows are so important, and understanding the Dharma is so important. Because that's the framework we're applying every moment for our mindfulness. For instance, as we meditate and say we're watching our breath, why are we watching our breath? And once we're clear why we're watching our breath, then we have to be able to attend to, so is the way that I'm watching my breath in alignment, appropriate to the true purpose of this practice? And then from there, how do I protect my senses, develop, they say, a range, a kind of domain that I'm applying my effort in? Do what? To actually see things clearly as they are. And so the Buddha actually talks about this panoramic awareness with these four aspects. Being clear about the purpose, its appropriateness, its domain, and being able to see reality as it is. So I won't say too much more, but I was quite, we don't use the word excited, so I need another kind of word, but I was encouraged, inspired to find that, because I felt like, there's a way that we can actually pull on the strength of both cultures and ground it in the Dharma. Okay, so that much for this morning. Today I have to also get to class at 8, so I won't be able to join the bowing. we'll probably finish a little bit early. Okay, so let's do 3 steps, 1 bow. Let's see if you can maintain mindfulness and panoramic awareness throughout the day.